We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit, as Aristotle so well said. Therefore, if we want to change something in our life, we have to start from the inside out, because our character is basically a composition of our habits. Hi, The Lonely Buccaneer here. In this video, I'll be talking about the 7 habits of highly effective people, ideas inspired by the book of Stephen Covey. I have to warn you that this is not a quick fix. Changing habit can be really painful, and we must be motivated by a higher purpose and the will to put off what we desire now in exchange for something greater in the future. When I was a teenager, I was easily annoyed by the neighbor's dog that wakes me up most morning because I was being reactive. As I grew up, I figured I can complain all I want about my salary or dream about how my life can get better. But if I don't take the matters in hand and build it, it's like waiting for a bus to take me to an imaginary land with rainbows and ponies, which will never happen. Habit 1. Be proactive. Act like successful people who land dream positions or build great businesses because they are proactive. They get what they want by taking initiative, staying consistent, and live by their own principle. Now, to do that, imagine yourself going to a funeral of a loved one. You walk in the chapel, see flowers, hear soft ambient music. You feel and share the sorrow of your friends and family mourning. And as you reach the end of the hall, take a look inside the casket. To your surprise, you come face to face with yourself. This funeral is yours. If you were to die 3 years, 7 years, or 10 years from now, what would you want people to remember you as? Second habit is to begin with the end in mind. Try this exercise with me. State what you want to be remembered as if you were to die in 3 years. For myself, I want to be remembered as a good friend, a person that founded a company because he wanted to help people and worked hard for it to success while remembering everyone that got involved. Finally, I also want to be remembered as a person with a sense of humor. Habit 3. Put the first things first. It's impossible to manage time. We can only manage yourself according to time. Time doesn't stop, and that's why I believe that we should stop trying to fit everything and focus only on 1 or 2 things that will yield the most to our life and constantly get at it, day in and day out. With that being said, I often thought to myself that I was a good listener, but I was wrong. I was listening with the mindset to reply. Seeking to understand requires not only to hear what the other people says, but also to put ourselves in their shoes to try to fully understand them emotionally, intellectually, and see things the way the other people sees it. Habit 4. Seek to understand, then to be understood. It's very powerful since people will feel safe sharing their motivation, which in turn build trust and create a strong emotional link. Now, let's be honest. Most people think of every situation as a competition. If someone wins, somebody has to lose. Often in business and in life, if you put 2 people with this kind of mindset together, they will fight each other and both end up losing. Habit 5. Think win-win. Life is not a sport. I believe that we can share the cake. I want to think that if I'm working with you, if I get my piece of cake, I will make sure that you get yours too. It might be hard and might mean negotiating until the right solution is found, but it creates a relationship that both parties can benefit in the long term. As an example, there are tons of YouTube channels out there, probably many with the same kind as me, but I don't see them as competition. There are so many ideas to be spread, and the more we are to do it, the more it will help people. Habit 6. Synergize. Foremost, there's nothing preventing someone following my channel to follow another one. And that's why I think collaboration is very useful to accomplish something greater than any individual can do alone. And from the same book, someone can provide an idea or a point of view that I might have misunderstood. Here's another story. Suppose you walk down a path and you see a man feverishly sewing a tree. You tell the man that he looks tired and you ask him how long he had been at it. He answers that it had been over 5 hours and he is exhausted. You nicely propose that he takes a break to sharpen his saw and the work might go faster, but he says that he got no time, he's too busy sewing. Habit 7 is to take time to sharpen the saw. You are the saw. And by renewing yourself physically, by exercising, eating better and reduce stress, mentally by reading, visualizing, planning, or writing, socially and emotionally by giving back, practice empathy, and think synergy, and finally, spiritually with meditation and practicing mindfulness. You will forge the keystone habit that makes every other habit possible. Let's recap. The first 3 habits focus on personal growth, and the next 3, from habit 4 through 6, allows us to success with people around us. No matter how much money we can make, we can only enjoy if we do it with people around us. And the last habit is to remind ourselves that there is always work to be done, and we can always be better and inspire others. The verdict. These 7 habits might seem logic, but to remember how to apply them is a different story. And that's why I think it's a great book, so for more insight, check it out. As always, if you like the video, please share and subscribe for more ideas every week. And I hope I brought you one step closer to your brighter self.